Katika kipindi tunakuletea wasanii.
What's up my guys, I go by the name Rainams.
Eti nikipita kwa macho na nipimia, na kama sina pesa unguwezi nipimia. Hapa Shenster the Poet manze.
Ngoma moto moto.
If you wanna show some love, I don't fake it. Nda kumenya mawazo mako nani anadera shida warutani wako
Vichekesho mkisongaza mahojiano moto moto, stori za wasanii pamoja na talanta za wasanii.
Fiki wa kasi gani kama wapatikani wakati wa shida.
Na pia kwenye kipindi utabambika, utajijenga, utaelimika, utakuza talanta yako.
My name is Rebecca Mutie, I'm a model and I'm Afri Kenya. I'm a student. Napenda kusikiza kipindi cha Bonga na Katoni kila Jumatatu kuanzia saa 9 mpaka saa 10.
Kumbuka ni kwenye Bonga na Katoni ndani ya TAS TV kuanzia saa 9 hadi saa 10 kila siku ya Jumatatu.
This is Bonga na Katoni in TAS TV. Karibuni.
Okay, good morning, mambo vipi? Karibuni sana kwenye Morning Digest. My name is Anton Ombuyo Ogechi na show inakujia live kutoka TAS TV ikiwa leo ni tarehe 3 mwezi wa 7 mwaka 2024. Mpenzi mtazamaji, inaonekana ya kwamba sasa mwaka tunaanza kufika nusu na mwaka unaendelea na kwenda. Kama kawaida kumekuwa kukitrend ama kumekuwa na zile taarifa kuhusiana na masuala na Gen Z pale mali ambapo wamekuwa wakiandamana. Hata pia tukiangalia katika taifa letu hapo jana bado watu walikuwa wanaandamana, lakini hii leo tuko hapa tukitaka kujua kiini cha maandamano ni nini na sua Gen Z wanataka nini. Manake wao ndio wameonekana pakubwa sana wakiwa katika hali ya maandamano. Kwa hivyo leo tunazungumzia kuhusu masuala na Gen Z pale. Kwa hivyo kama uko na swali lolote ambalo ungependa kuuliza ama kufahamu zaidi, unaweza kutuma comment pale chini ukatuambia swali lako ni gani. Bila shaka hii leo niko naye mgeni ambaye anafahamu sana masuala ya Gen Z pale. Kwa hivyo nitakuwa nikimpea fursa tuambie yeye ni nani na ametokea pande gani mwa Kenya. Karibu sana ndani ya TAS TV.
Asante sana.
Na ningependa labda ukaweza kuambia watazamaji unaitwa nani na umetokea pande gani mwa Kenya.
Kwa majina naitwa George Washuri.
Yes.
I'm an elected youth representative here in Thika Sub-County.
Naam.
And Kenya Youth Organization.
Yes.
I'm also resident here in Thika Sub-County.
Naam.
Yeah.
Na siku ya leo tunazungumza kuhusu masuala na Gen Z pale. Kabla tujaenda sana, labda ningependa ukaweze kueleza watazamaji Gen Z ni akina nani?
Gen Z ni vijana wadogo from 1997 to 2014. Na ni vijana ambao wenye wanaelewa dunia iko aje.
Naam.
First of all, they're educated people.
Yes.
Na most of them they are jobless. Na ni watu wako na maono ya hii Kenya. Na ni watu they want all the best for everyone. Yes.
Na ukiangalia kumeweza kushuhudiwa na maandamano mali ambapo wengi ndio wanaongoza, Gen Z generation ndio wengi wanaongoza. Labda tuambie ama eleza watazamaji mbona wao ndio wako included sana katika haya maandamano na haswa kiini chao kuandamana ni kipi?
Kitu ya kwanza, hawa Gen Z ni vijana ambao wanakaa kwa wazazi wao. Ni vijana ambao wamesoma, ni vijana ambao wana makazi. Na ukiangalia serikali yenye iko saa hizi, na inaongozwa na chama cha UDA. Hiyo serikali ilipokuwa inafanya uongobeani wa hiyo kiti, wali promise that kutakuwa na slots za vijana. Na the only thing that we didn't know ati serikali itakuwa ya few people. Na ukiangalia unapata mtu mmoja akona utajiri zaidi ya watu uncountable. Na hii kitu ukiangalia, kama ukiangalia sasa budget ya hii mwaka
Naam.
na ukiangalia last year.
Yes.
The first time president aliingia alikuwa mtu mwenye alionyesha watu atatetea kila mtu.
Yes.
Sana sana kwa vijana.
Naam.
Na ukiangalia kwa population vijana ndio wengi.
Yeah.
Na hao vijana wakimaliza shule wakikuja huko mtaani
Naam.
they are doing nothing. And by the end of it all they are so well educated.
Yes.
So waliambiwa kuna slot yao kwa serikali. Only to come to find out huyu mtu alitushia mahindi. So unajua vile unamrushia kuku mahindi ndio akaribie.
Yes.
Na tukakaribia vizuri
Yeah.
na tukampenda. Actually the president was people's darling. Lakini kwa maneno mingi yamekuwa kitu promise kama sisi vijana.
Yes.
Hakuna yoyote yenye ameweza kufulfill. Na hiyo yote ime lead to our temper. And our parents they will make one big mistake.
Yes.
Because they were among the first people in front line to go and elect this person. Na unajua tu kama kawaida.
Yeah.
If your mom tells you something, most of the time unakuanga Mr. Yes. Na we cannot allow that mistake to happen again.
Yes.
Na because already we can see the mistake that was done by our parents,
Yeah.
and there is nothing they can do about it, we don't want that mistake to happen
No.
again. And this is the reason why we have told our parents to stay away so that we can rectify
Yes.
or bring the rights of where they did wrong.
Naam.
Yes.
Na ukiangalia katika hotuba za rais mingi ambazo huwa anazungumza, anasema ya kwamba kuna nafasi ambazo ameweza kujengea ama kutengea vijana pale. Ukiangalia sana sana huwa anatumia hii constructions ambazo huwa zinaendelea pale, anasema ya kwamba tumepeana nafasi kwa vijana nini na nini. Kitu kama hiki huwa mnavichukulia namna gani kama vijana?
Sasa nikuulize swali moja.
Yes.
You are a very educated person. True.
Naam.
Uko na degree zako kama 5.
Yes.
Umemaliza shule. Umekuja huku. Ulikuwa unaenda shule ukuje ufanye kazi ya kufanya mjengo?
La hasha, yenye umesomea.
Yenye umesomea.
Yes.
Ukiangalia kwa hawa vijana kuna engineer.
Naam.
Ukiangalia kwa hawa vijana kuna mwalimu.
Naam.
Kwa hawa vijana kuna mpaka wenye wamefanya political science.
Yes.
Let me give you an example. Kuna mtu akona degree ya political science. Na ukiangalia mtu kama Oscar Sudi,
Yes.
everybody knows.
Namjua.
He is not educated person. Tell Oscar Sudi to construct at least 40 words in English continuously non-stop.
Yes.
Kuna wewe,
Yeah.
kuna mimi, tuko hapa hivi, hata Kiswahili ni ngumu kwetu. We speak fluent English because we are educated people. Lakini unapata, instead of you having that chance in government,
Yes.
you're not getting it. Ile kitu inakuja kupatana nayo huku ni hizo makazi yenye unaambiliwa na president. Alafu uongo mwingi. In 100 days we will put aside 100 million kwa vijana wetu. Wewe kutoka president aingie, ni kitu gani umefanya? Ni kitu gani unaona amefanya kwa vijana? I'll give you an example with me myself. I have a CBO. Community based organization. It is called Green Warriors 237.
Yes.
It's a community-based organization which bring all vibrant and vocal youths and also anyone else together to mentor, to empower. And our pilot, our main pilot project, it is greening and cleaning environments. Kupanda miti. And so far from February up to now, because we did our launch on February 3rd, up to date, we have planted more than 2,000 trees.
Wow.
And let me tell you, everybody in the government knows about it. I'll tell you for free, and I'm not afraid to tell you. Some politicians here in Thika, instead of seeing me as a potential person, they can see competition. Mpaka wananipiga vita. At yo, unafanya election. Me don't want to be an MCA. I'm not a politician. I'm just a person who is concerned about the youths. And if this is the only way that a youth can get a slot in the government, then I'll create. Because youths, they only need someone who can show them the way. Not even leaders, because most of the youths are leaders. They only need someone who can give them wings to fly. Yes.
Mnatumia sana #Ruto must go.
Yeah, the reason why we are doing this, it's because we have given him enough time. The other thing, the reason why you are saying that Ruto must go, the moment this budget was about to be read, it was not friendly to the people of Kenya.
No.
And the moment we realized that we are going to suffer because of this finance bill,
Yes.
we tried to warn him. We told him not to pass this bill in the parliament. But instead of listening to us, he did things according to how he feels is right for him.
Yes.
And that is being self-centered. That is being selfish.
Yes.
This government is not for selfish people. When we elected William Ruto
Yes.
as our president, we knew that someone who is going to help everyone. Then before that, we had to take an action for him to feel us that we don't want this finance bill.
Okay.
And instead of feeling us, he had a pride. And remember, pride comes before a fall. He made us to go to an extent of demonstrating, protesting. And by the way, we are doing as per the it is constitution to hold a protest. It is the Act of 37. It is our right to do the protests.
Yes.
When you go to the constitution, Act 104, it is allow us to ask the elected members, why are you doing this? And instead of these elected members to consider us and to see what we are asking, the only thing that they can say, we are doing what the boss is telling us. Now I want to ask you,
Yes.
are the MPs the boss?
No.
Is the president the boss?
No.
They are servants. We are the boss.
Yeah.
We elected these people.
Yes.
We elected them to work for us. And the moment the boss is not happy with the servant, what are you supposed to do?
Unamtoa.
Unamtoa.
Yes. Na unajua sasa hapa ndio swala linaingililia. Unajua wazazi wengi hawafahamu sana chenye kinaendelea nchini, wanaona tu vijana wakiandamana. Lakini president baada ya kusema ya kwamba atatoa ule mswada wa finance bill, lakini bado vijana wanasema ya kwamba wataandamana. Sasa chanzo cha kuandamana ni kipi, na bado prezo anashikilia ya kwamba ashaondoa hii?
Do you know what happened? We have lost a lot of lives.
Yes.
They are our brothers, they are our sisters.
Yeah.
They were even our mothers. And there is nothing can be compared with someone's life. We had a bitterness of finance bill.
Yes.
Now we are mourning our owns, which was brought by this finance bill. And it was just a matter of one word, just to call it off. Instead of the president calling it off, he decided to go to an extent of killing our people. There was a massacre in Githurai.
Yes.
There was a massacre in Rongai. There is a massacre everywhere where the protest was. And now, this massacre was brought by police brutality. They are not doing according to the constitution.
Yes.
What is the work of a police?
Ni kulinda.
Kulinda.
Yeah.
Their work is to protect us. And instead, they are killing us. Did you see that video yesterday? A woman was requesting for a police. If you go to TikTok or everywhere on social media, it is trend. A woman is telling a police, come and lend me a hand. I have policemen who are injured there. We have our own doctors who are injured there.
Yes.
And we are not even, we are treating everyone. But what the police replied, we will kill more. Go and sort yourself. That woman was speechless. She even started crying. That is being inhuman. Now let me tell you.
Yes.
These police, they are not doing what they want.
Yeah.
They are being given orders. And where the orders is coming, someone is giving the orders. Who is giving the orders? The president.
Yes.
Now let me tell you. The president is doing this not because he has had us. It's because we have pushed him around the corner. He has remained with no choice. And let me tell you another thing.
Yes.
Do you know finance bill was not drafted by any Kenyan official or Kenyan government? It is a project of IMF and World Bank, whereby we know it's an organization of 190 countries. Do you know IMF, when you are friendly to them, they come with their terms and conditions.
Yes.
When you listen to them, they come with what they do. When you're friendly to them, it means that
Yeah.
when you do whatever they ask you, it will be so easy with no struggling for you to access their loans.
Yes.
So they will give you loans anyhow.
Yeah.
And that is what is happening to the president. I will ask you a very simple question. It is everywhere. Even if you do the calculation, it's very simple. President Uhuru,
No.
in 10 years, he took, I think, almost 4 trillion. But now, how much did this government has taken from IMF?
Ni mingi.
A lot. A lot. And it is only 1 year and some few years, for a few months.
Yes.
How about when you give this person a chance of 5 years? Let me tell you, my friend,
Kenya itakuwa kwingine.
Kenya itakuwa kwingine. Mtoto wa mtoto wa mtoto mwenye hajazaliwa already akona deni.
Anadaiwa.
And for us to stop this nonsense, what are we supposed to do?
Ni kuondoa wenye
Hashtag. Hashtag.
lazima aende.
Ruto must go. This regime is no longer needed by the people of Kenya. And we don't care if Gachagua is going to, because according to the constitution,
Yes.
when the president resigns, when the president is removed, the deputy takes over. But he's going to take over
Yes.
under one warning. If you do the same, you'll follow the way. The same way, you'll follow your former president or your former boss.
Yes.
So he's going to do things according
Yeah.
to the bosses' rules and regulations.
Yeah.
And we are the bosses. The only thing that they have is power.
Yeah.
But don't forget, if we come together as citizens,
Yeah.
we lose our fear, you lose your power.
Ni ukweli.
Yes.
Ukiangalia maandamano imethibitishwa ya kwamba wanasema ya kwamba every Tuesday and every Thursday kutakuwa na hiyo maandamano ambayo itakuwa ikiendelea. Do you think that hii maandamano ambayo itakuwa ikiendelea italete mageuzi? Na je, kama Ruto atashikilia ule muamuzi wake wa kuondoka labda mamlakani ama kutimiza vile vipengele pale, ni nini mnaona kinaweza kuwa next?
First of all, to remove Ruto from that position, it's not an easy thing. And the other thing,
Yes.
there is something that has occurred. If you can see yesterday's protests, it is not the same as last week or last week but one.
Yes.
Yesterday was something else. It was not the Gen Zs who were there. People who came to protest yesterday, they are well prepared.
Yes.
They were, they had even the weapons. Walikuwa na marungu, walikuwa na mapanga, and some they have even the arrows. And na kuna wengine walikuwa na pikipiki. It means that someone is trying to sabotage our protests. And I don't think that the protest from yesterday henceforth, I don't think the protest will be the same again. And before we get what we want,
Yes.
now it will be something else. It will be worse than Mamau days. You see,
Yes.
Gen Z's
No.
Gen Z's revolution,
Yes.
their aim was to stop every corrupt and government official elected or politician in the government. Just like Mau Mau rebellion stops the British
Yes.
colonial rule. But at that moment, our Mau Mau people, our freedom fighters,
Yes.
they had only one agenda, freedom. But today, we have the freedom, but not a full freedom. And the worst thing is, we are colonized by our own government. When you look back in the days,
Yes.
British were colonizing the Kenyan.
Yes.
So the movement that Kenyans or freedom fighters were making,
Yes.
the British, they had no idea what would be the next move. But today,
Yeah.
this is tough. Do you know why I'm saying this will be tough than Mamau?
Yeah.
Because we are fighting people who knows our movement. We are fighting people who are well equipped than us.
Yes.
We are fighting people who have power than us. So every move that we are trying to make, they are always ahead of us. So by the time we reach to the site,
Yes.
they are already there. They are waiting for us. I think there is going to be a lot of bloodshed.
Yes.
Even if you're going to get this, it is two things. Either we get the freedom from our own government,
Yes.
or we don't get the freedom and things will go to worse because this government will never stand in front of any Kenyan personnel to address. This government is not going to deliver for Kenyans because they know they have only 1, 2, 3 years for them to finish their first term. And they know they're not coming back. So what they will be doing, they will be picking what is the government to their pocket so that in future they will be very okay because we elected selfish leaders. Yeah.
Kuna swali ambalo limetrend sana na sijui kama umeweza kuliona sana katika mitandao. Jana kuna news ambayo iliweza kufanywa. Ikaonyesha venye speaker, ikaonyesha venye inspector general, na baadhi ya viongozi wale wakuu wameongezewa pesa fulani. Their salary yani ime-increase. Jambo kama hili lina affect namna gani? Manake nyinyi kazi yenu mnasema vipengele fulani viondolewe. Rais yeye mwenyewe alisema ya kwamba atataka mshahara yake tu ipunguzwe. Lakini jana tumeona ma CS bado wameongezewa pesa fulani pale. Jambo kama hili unaweza kulizungumzia namna gani?
You know why he did that?
Yes.
He did that so that these leaders and those inspectors, general inspectors, whoever they are, they were added salary because they can give the president the strength to do whatever he's doing.
Yes.
Because do you know why he's doing that? Ruto is a very wise person. Our president is a very wise person and someone who knows how to observe.
Yes.
He came to realize the only thing that these people need it is to be given something and that thing is money. And you cannot give these people money directly. I'm very sure, even if I was not there, I'm very sure he called them and he said that you have done a good job. And for that reason, I'm going to add a salary on top of your salary. Tell me now, your boss comes here and tells you, my brother, you have done a good job. Now your salary is increasing from this. How do you feel?
I feel good.
And appreciated.
Yes.
That is how they feel. So whatever we as citizens, we as Gen Zs, we speak, it is a noise to them. It's like when you're passing and the dog is barking at you, and there is nothing the dog can do because it is tied on the neck. That is how we are. And let me tell you, my friend, this is just the beginning. Now the government is well equipped through those people and through the president. Can I tell you something?
Yes.
Our president doesn't know what is happening. He doesn't. You remember he was asking about the 12 years boy who was shot 8 bullets.
Was he ako alive amekufa? Na pia alikuwa confused kidogo akisema ni ngome lakini ilikuwa
Let me ask you a simple question. Even if you take a boy, let me reduce the age of that boy to another boy of 10 years. If you tell this boy someone was given, not even, I'm not going to say 8 bullets, 3 bullets. What would be the first thinking of this person? That person is not alive.
Ayuko.
So our president, he's not aware of what is happening because he doesn't care about us. He only cares about his regime. And there is something that I've been thinking. For the last 5 years, from 2017 to 2022, when there was a disagreement between, no, not 2017, let me say from 2019 to 2022, when there was a disagreement between the former president with our current president, that guy has been doing a very, he has been doing a tirelessly campaign. If you can remember, there was the time he used to go to church. Unasikia amenunua mbuzi 50 million. You remember?
Pesa fulani.
Amepeana pesa fulani. Do you think he was spending his own money? According to my science, I think there was a place where he was getting this money. And he guaranteed these people that he's going to take the seat. If you do your calculation, the money that he spent, if he's doing this for money, then there was no need to do a campaign because the money that he spent, he could have used that money for the rest of his life. I think this is the payback time. And he will do anything possible to get this money from us so that he can repay the debt. So he's paying 2 debts. Kenyan debt and his own debt. And he cannot take his own money to pay the debts. That is why he doesn't know what is happening because there is something that is focusing with. day in, day out. And that is why you see when our deputy president was telling us that our president is a very exposed person. He always was he elected in those other countries that he goes every day? No. Exactly. That is why you see we have the president who doesn't know what is happening. And that is why you see, even if you go to other countries where people are demonstrating,
yes,
you see them picking up the billboards or whatever they have written on those billboards.
Yeah.
And the drunkard did well. Because he was drunkard. But he's one president who was known. If the security doesn't be careful, mtamsikia ameenda kwa watu katikati. That guy will be aware what is happening. Yes.
Na ukiangalia, unajua wakati ambapo mswada unapitishwa bungeni, tulichagua wabunge ili wakuje kutusaidia pia. Maana hiki kitu kabla kifika labda kwa rais kilienda bungeni. Kuna mahali ambapo jinsi wana feel like viongozi ambao tuliwachagua watutetee katika bunge hawatimizi kile kitu ambacho tuliweza kuwaitia. Na ndio maana wamekuja wakasema 2027 itakuwa tough sana. If you voted yes for the finance bill, yako haiko.
Let me talk about my area MP. Alice Ng'ang'a. This woman, when she was doing her campaign,
yes,
she had her own manifesto. And her manifesto was to go and oversight the president and represent us to the parliament. And she should not go and represent us or oversight the president with her own agenda. She was supposed to come on the ground, meet us,
yes,
and then we tell her what we are going through. But instead, she decided to do her own things. I remember there is a friend of mine,
yes,
was vying for MP. His name is Juma Hemedi. Juma Hemedi wrote a letter to the MP. He told the MP, when you go to parliament,
yeah,
do not pass this bill. Because when you pass this bill, we are going to suffer. Remember, your constituency is the center of industrial town. I have the exposure,
yes,
with these company owners. Like when you go to Broadway, this company, do you know how old is this Broadway company? 100 years. And its production is only bread.
And it is 100 years.
And it is 100 years. And this company has been in Thika. Even if there is other branches, Thika is the headquarter.
Yeah.
Thika is among the town that produces a lot, a huge revenue in the country. So when you go there without listening to the people of Thika,
yes,
you're doing a very big mistake to the people of Thika. And instead of doing that, she decided to go to the parliament and do what her boss tells her, according to what she told us, because she told us her boss is William Samoei Ruto.
yes.
So she went there, she passed the bill, she said yes. And that is why when she comes back here, we are not going to listen to her. Ata yeye ni hashtag.
2027.
2027. Well, yeah, when she comes back to Thika, when she goes back to her office, it is coming back, pack, and go.
Vijana mumeamua.
Vijana tumeamua. And there is one thing I'm going to tell you, Gen Zs. We have a fight. We have a fight. We have a war. And we have to finish the war that we started. Because if you don't, we are not going to achieve our goal. In coming 2027, all of you, you have to be registered voters. You have to take IDs. If you're 16 years, 17 years old, make sure next year or next year but one, you have a ID so that you can be a registered voter. And do you know there is another thing? Do you know this finance bill was passing a motion of every identity card will expire after 10 years.
It was the main question that I wanted to ask you here. Explain for us.
Do you know why they are doing this? It is because William Ruto wants to know who will be registered as a Kenyan national citizen and who will not. This came in 2017,
Yes.
Because he had a feeling he's not doing well. He wanted to know who is going to be a registered voter and who is not to be going to be a registered voter.
Yes.
There is a rumors. There is a camp. How do you call it? There is 2 camps in Kenya where we have a lot of Somalians. We have Somalians in Isli. If you see, who is the Minister of Defense Force? Security is called Allen Duale. If you see the last 1.5 years, a lot of Somalians have come to Kenya and they have Kenyan ID. This is a preparation of 2027. Whereby you as Michael Kamau Wanjiku, when you go to register for your ID, it will not go through. But you as Mohammed, I'm not being tribal.
Yes.
I'm speaking. You know, I'm someone on the ground.
Yeah.
I can hear what is happening. I'm not tribal, by the way.
Yes.
When you hear there is someone called Mohammed, there is called who from, not the one who are born here, the one who are being immigrated to Kenya.
Yeah.
They will be having a voting card. And even after 10 years of his serving, he'll be the one to decide who is going to be the president. Just like our former president was trying to endorse Raila Odinga. So in 10 years to come, a lot of people will be having a voting card who are not Kenyan by birth. Most of Aryans in Kenya, they will be having an ID.
Yes.
That is why they want to bring that motion whereby a registered identity holder will be renewing after 10 years. That is a leadership with dictation.
Na hii ndio mnataka iondolewe.
Na hii ndio tunataka iondolewe. Let me ask you a very simple question. You were born in Kenya. You are a Kenyan. Why is your ID expiring?
Haifai.
Haifai.
Hadi kifo unaachana nayo.
Hadi kifo.
Inaachana nayo.
Yes. There is another thing. Do you know this finance bill was passing? Imagine your mother's land, which she was given by your grandfather. She's supposed to pay for that rate every year. At imagine umekaa even someone is knocking at your door. Na ujalipia shamba.
Toa pesa ya shamba.
Toa pesa ya shamba. Now let me tell you one thing.
Failure
to that, there is a special group that will be appointed to come and deal with you. Na maneno ni mangapi? Ni mawili. Achana ile ya Ruto 3.
Yes.
Maneno ni mangapi?
Mawili.
It's either you pay or we auction your land. Hapo sasa ndio makatens wanaingililia. Wewe ndio Minister of Lands. Mimi nimeshindwa kulipa shamba. Hii shamba ni worth 5 million. And you know very well when the government is auctioning something, is selling at a very low price. You will be able to buy that shamba like blinking of an eye. Niambie nani atabaki na shamba Kenya?
Matajiri.
Matajiri. The other thing, this government is for few people. Do you know why these Mount Kenya people they are following what the Ruto is telling them? It's because they have given a lot in government. I'll give you an example with Kimani Ichung'wah.
Yeah.
Kimani Ichung'wah is a majority leader in parliament. His brother is the PS. His wife is the ambassador in South Africa.
Yes.
The sister-in-law is a nominated MCA in Nairobi. Niambie huyu mtu kuna kitu naweza mwambia kuhusu president?
Hakuna.
He has a lot. And let me tell you one thing.
Yes.
What they have done to us, it is not more than they have done to themselves. Do you know why I'm saying that? If you look like Kimani Ichung'wah
yes,
and Dende Nyoro, they were among the youngest leaders in Mount Kenya who were being depended by Mount Kenya people as our future leaders.
Yes.
Like Dindi Nyoro was among the people who in our mind we knew that one day he will be a vice or the president.
Kutoka Mount Kenya.
Kutoka Mount Kenya.
Yeah.
Because of his leadership. But let me tell you one thing. God can give you something to lift you up. And the same thing that God has given you, if you're not a God-fearing person, you will be the same thing to bring you down.
Wow.
Because Ndende Nyoro,
no.
he was chosen by the president because he's a good leader. And for him to get there, he was not supported by that deputy president or the president, William Ruto. He supported himself with people. They say, at the beginning, no one will support you. In the beginning, everyone will be wondering what you're doing.
Yes.
But when the victory comes, everyone wants to associate with you. That is what happened to Ndende Nyoro. His victory, everyone wants to associate with him, including the president. But the president is very wise. He never associated with him. He used him, whereby he has ruined his career just with one word. Yes.
Kabla tutachukua mapumziko mafupi, kuna hili swala la mashamba, wengi wangependa kufahamu kiundani sana. Manake Rais William Ruto wakati ambapo alikuwa na kikao na watangazaji, aliuliza ya kwamba ndio kumekuwa na dhuluma za mbolea, lakini hatujaona wewe mwenyewe ukichukua hatua kwa yule CS wa agriculture ambaye bado anadili na mambo kama hayo. Na Ruto akasema ya kwamba bado masuala na corruption sasa ndio anayaangazia. Kwa mtazamo wenu kama generation ya kisasa sasa, mnaona ni kama alikuwa na hepa ama bado corruption iko katika serikali yake?
You know what happens in the government? Ruto has a lot of people in the government that he has employed, and there is a lot of, and they were not enough for the position of government. See, there is this PS or CS, like Akina Jagua. It is unconstitutional. They are not supposed to be there. And because it was declined by the parliament, it was declined by the courts, it was declined by the people, where do you think he's going to take these people? And during the campaign, he promised them that when I take the government, everyone will be in a better position. Hustlers. So what he did, these people who have no job, he has given those jobs to those people. Garbage collection, garbage collection. And these, you see these small jobs that's supposed to go to the youths and hustlers. He gave it to people, to someone individual. Whereby unapata mtu, he's doing a project of 2 billion individually. Simply because, one thing don't forget, during the campaign, there were so many things that were happening that we are not supposed to know.
Yes.
But these people know. If you don't take care of these people,
yes,
they will expose you. I'll give you an example.
Yes.
You see the Juja constituency MP, George Kaimbori. He was among the people who were about to vote yes. But yeye ni mwerevu. He has a vision with whatever he wants with Juja. And the only way to achieve this goal with Juja constituency is to side with people of Juja. He went and voted no. But when he was giving a speech, what did he say? We were given 2 million and we were promised in CDF we are going to be added more than 100 million.
If you vote yes.
If you vote yes.
Yeah.
If these are the things that he's doing now in the government, how about the time he needed these people most because he was not the president? And the only people who could make him president, they're the one. How about those people? So what he was saying when he was being asked, he was dodging just to get out of that moment.
Okay.
Yes.
Shikilia hapo mpenzi mtazamaji, tunaendelea na kuzungumza kuhusiana na masuala ya agency hapa ndani ya TAS TV. Tuko naye George ambaye anatufahamisha zaidi yale ambayo yako katika ground pale. Kwa hivyo unaweza kututumia arafa fupi ukatuambia swali lako ni lipi ama ni nini unaona linafaa kuwa katika mwelekeo wa taifa letu. Tutarejea muda usiokuwa mrefu, usiende mbali mpenzi mtazamaji.
What's your name?
My name is Kevin Kakum.
Kitui Francis.
From which school?
Kenya Institute of Mass Communication.
Kenya Institute of Mass Communication.
What did you learn while at TAS TV?
Improvement of my skills in graphics, such as motion graphics, video editing, photography, also communication skills.
Camera operations, video editing, and improved my skills in graphic design.
Would you recommend anyone?
Yes, nilikuwa hapa TAS, skills zangu zili improve on communication with fellow co-workers and teamwork when doing certain projects.
Yes, new skills in photography. Communication, I have built more in communications through interaction with other colleagues or people outside there.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate your attachment at TAS TV?
7.
8.
Generally, what would you say about TAS TV?
Wow, it's amazing being here.
I think it's the best place to be. Yeah.
Katika kipindi tunakuletea wasanii.
What's up my guys? I go by the name Rainams.
Eti nikipita kwa macho unanipimia na kama sina pesa unguwezi nipimia hapa Shenster the Poet manze.
Ngoma moto moto.
If you wanna show some love but don't fake it too. Enda kumenya mawazo makuu nani anadera shida warutani waku
vichekesho mkisongaza mahojiano moto moto, stori za wasanii pamoja na talanta za wasanii.
Fiki wa kasi gani kama wapatikani wakati wa shida.
Na pia kwenye kipindi utabambika, utajijenga, utaelimika, utakuza talanta yako.
My name is Rebecca Mutie, I'm a model and I'm Afri Kenya. I'm a student. Napenda kusikiza kipindi cha Bonga na Katoni kila Jumatatu kuanzia saa 9 mpaka saa 10.
Kumbuka ni kwenye Bonga na Katoni ndani ya TAS TV kuanzia saa 9 hadi saa 10 kila siku ya Jumatatu.
This is Bonga na Katoni in TAS TV. Karibuni.
Karibu tena mpenzi mtazamaji, tunaendelea na kuzungumzia kuhusu masuala ya Gen Z pale, na tafadhali kama uko na swali ambalo ungependa kufahamu unaweza kufanya nini, unaweza kutuma arafa pale, itakuwa tamu tena zaidi, manake tuko hapa ili kukuelimisha. Lakini wakati ambapo unaangalia comment section, kuna moja hapa anafahamika kama Catherine Mugo, anauliza kama ni vyema kuruhusu wazazi kupea wanao nafasi kwenda kuandamana.
Kitu ya kwanza, it is our right. Either with permission or without permission.
Yes.
Now, we are not doing these protests because it's our wish. We are going to make things right where our parents did wrong.
Yes.
What they're supposed to do, it is to pray for us. Tukitoka nyumbani mtu anafaa kupiga magoti mbele ya mama yake mbariki, amuombe.
Yes.
Because where you are going, people, you know, some people are taking this as a joke. Hii ni kama jeshi kwenda kwa kichaka. You don't know if you're coming back.
Mission.
It's a mission.
Yeah.
Sababu wakati unasema unaambia your mom, nimetoka, nakula breakfast Windsor, lunch nakula State House, kulala ndalala City Mortuary. They take that as a joke, but it is very serious. So it is our right, and as long as something is your right, you are supposed to be given, either by your mom, by the government, or even from any policy. So it is our right. So yes, they are supposed to give us permission with no any other alternative. Yeah.
Mwingine anasema ya kwamba tuliona ndio jana wanaandamana lakini wako na yale masanduku. Is that one peaceful demonstration?
That was not sandukus for Gen Zs. That is someone trying to sabotage our protests. Let me tell you, we don't have money. Sisi hatuna pesa.
Yes.
We coffin moja wa sanduku unajua pesa ngapi? I know the value of coffins.
Yes.
Hiyo coffins nikiangalia ni zile za 1000 ngapi? 6. How many were they? There were several, right? Let me ask you a very simple question.
Yes.
Mtu anakula kwa mama yake, analala kwa mama yake. Huyu mtu bundles anapatiwa mama yake. Ni pesa za jeneza atapata? This is someone trying to sabotage our protests. So these jenezas, they were not ours. Yeah.
Mwingine anasema ya kwamba tumeona ndio maandamano inaendelea lakini bado kuna kuanga na vurugu, watu wanaibiwa na wenye wanafanya hivyo ni Gen Z ambao wamejificha pale. Vipi unaweza kuwatetea hilo?
Everybody knew that Kenyan Gen Zs, Generation Z, we are doing a peaceful demonstration and it was all over. Why all of a sudden it has turned to be a kill? Why? It's because who are doing that, they're not Gen Zs. And if you take a good look of those videos of people who are stealing and doing inhuman things, if you look even at their face, those are not they don't portray a picture of Gen Zs. Those are something else, something that we cannot tell what it is. We will call those thieves, murderers, hired machineries by people who wants to sabotage our protest, our peaceful demonstration. Yes.
Kijana mmoja alikuwa anauliza akisema ya kwamba ndio sisi ndio huwa tunachagua viongozi. First speech ya President William Ruto alikuwa amekasirika sana. But the second speech, the first one alikuwa anaita watu criminals wale ambao walikuwa wanaandamana. But ya pili alisema wenye walikuwa wanaandamana wengi hawakuwa criminals, lakini criminals ni wale ambao walivunja bunge. Ukiangalia anasema ya kwamba kuna mali hatuelewi. Sisi ndio tunaitwa criminals, sisi ndio tunaitwa good friends. Unachukuliaje swala kama hilo?
First of all, we were mad at our MPs. We tried to urge them not to go and pass that bill. Why is the bill being passed to? Parliament, right? If it was not that Parliament, they gathered together to bring something that will make us suffer. Kungekuwa na maneno ilikuwa inaendelea. So it's like when you have, let me ask you a very simple question. You as an enemy, you have a gun, you want to shoot me, and I've done taekwondo. What is my first thinking to you is to take your gun from your hands. That is the same case applies when you saw the Parliament. This is the house that every criminal, I'll call them criminal, all these MPs are criminal, selfish people. They gathered together to bring something that will make us suffer for the benefit of their own benefit. So we take, as I can see the gun in your hands, is the same I could see the Parliament. So we never wanted that Parliament. And if it is possible, if the government could dissolve the Parliament or the members of Parliament, none of them could be there apart from those who voted no. Yes.
Naam, tunaendelea vyema pale. Kumbuka unaweza ukatuma harafa ya kwako pale ukatuambia swali lako ni lipi ambalo ungependa kufahamu sana katika haya maandamano ambayo yanaendelea, na haswa wale ambao wanaendeleza haya maandamano ni vijana almaarufu wanafahamika kama Gen Z generation pale. Kwa hivyo kama kuna lolote ambalo ungependa kuzungumzia ama lolote ambalo ungependa kuuliza, tafadhali tungependa sana ukaweze kutuma harafa ya kwako, na sisi tuko hapa ili tukaweze kuhakikisha kwamba lile ambalo umeweza kutuma tuko hapa ili tukaweze kukusaidia pale. Wanasema ya kwamba kabla tujafika pale tuliona pia Eric Omondi, unajua anatetea sana vijana, yule tunampenda sana. Wanasema ni kama president pia wa Gen Z kidogo. Anasema ya kwamba mahali ambapo imefika, it is like Kenya, tunafaa kuwa sasa tuende voting tena. Prezo ni kuresign maze, tuende sisi tu vote tena tujue ni nani anafaa.
First of all, Eric Omondi is a very talented guy. And he's aware of that. And Eric Omondi, whatever he does with his talent, it doesn't matter if he will benefit him, but any chance that he get to lift up his talent, he will do. And he's doing a good job. Because sisi wote tungekuwa kama Eric Omondi. Wewe talent yako unaitumia venye inastahili. Kama venye Eric Omondi anatumia talent yake, tungekuwa wapi?
Mbali sana.
Mbali sana. Eric Omondi has a positive and a good fruit in him. It doesn't matter if he's a cloud chaser, or he's an activist, or he's looking for a content. We need whatever he has. We need it. It doesn't matter. Because he came to realize siezi shiba kama watu wengine wajashiba. So if these people are full, that is how I'm going to get my food from them. So it is his responsibility to make sure that everyone is good and okay for him to be okay. So whatever Eric Omondi is doing, I will urge every Gen Z, even millennials, to be the same. Because that is what we want in the country. Now Eric Omondi, he will go far. You see what he did during the flood time. He helped a lot of people. It doesn't matter if he's a crowd chaser or whatever. But what he's doing is benefiting other people. Kuna mtu anakaa hivi anasema kama si Eric Omondi singekuwa hapa. Wewe kama member of parliament, you as a member of parliament, what have you done? Me as George, I will sit down and say, if it was not Alice Nganga, I could not be where I am. If it is not Alice Nganga, this sub-county could not be where we are. What we do, we are only crying. We are only regretting to elect such leaders. Yes.
Prezo alisema ya kwamba anatafuta njia venye anaweza kuzungumza na vijana kila pande ili akaweze kuwasikiza. Lakini the main question wanauliza akuje kwa ground muongee na yeye ama mnataka muongeleshe na yeye through which way?
This is what he's supposed to do. If I was his advisor, this is what I would do. There should be a space of youths from ward level to national level. What will be spoken from ward level, it will be spoken to the national level. And every representative of ward level must or should have an access to the president. These people, when they want us to elect them, they are so available. There is no security. You see them like blinking, or you see them just like any other person, just like you can see me. But when they are being elected, you don't know where to find them. But they're still in this country. So, if you want to speak with us, that is not the way. First of all, he called people who we don't know. Kwa watu wote wenye waliita, did you see anyone kwa maandamano? Kuna mtu akona evidence, this is me ongozaling this maandamano. There isn't. So he called his own people. He called his people who did campaign for him. Those are not Gen Zs. Hapo ukiangalia hapo, watu wanakaa kufanya maandamano. If he wants to talk with the Gen Zs, if he wants to talk with youths, yeye mwenye atoka kwa ofisi. How can you summon your bosses? How? Unatusummon sisi. The other thing, we don't have representatives. We don't have. Do you know even one? Do you know even one? After mimi wakati tulikuwa naniona huko, I'm not the boss. I was only giving mimi ndio nilikuwa watch movie ya Prison Break. Mimi ndio nilikuwa tiba. Nilikuwa nimemeza map. Yes. Na nilikuwa mimi ndio nilikuwa nimemeza map cause I was born in Thika, raised in Thika. I know where you kwenye tunaweza pita kuna watu na penye tunaweza pita tutapata message. Because most of people who are here, they are college people, university people. So nikikuja maneno ya penetration ya Thika, they don't know as I do. So me, I'm not a boss, I'm not a leader. Yes. I was just trying to coordinate. Kama tu venye kulikuwa na watu kama anaitwa aje huyu mwimbaji huyu Willy Paul. Siende alikuwa kila kitu ako pale juu ameshika mic anaongelesha watu. Same case applies to me. But I'm not the leader. So if he comes to Thika, asifikiria ati George ni leader. Me, I'm not a leader of Gen Zs. Yes. We have no leaders. It's only coordination that we are doing. And if you want to speak with us, akuje, aende kamahali, atuite.
Hata kama ni Nyayo.
Hata kama ni Nyayo. Ama Kasarani. Umeget? Yes. Tumwambie venye tunataka, na yeye si tumwambie venye anataka, atuambie venye atafanya na venye sisi tunamwambia tunataka.
Katika kipindi tunakuletea wasanii.
What's up my guys? I go by the name Rainams.
Eti nikipita kwa macho unanipimia na kama sina pesa unguwezi nipimia hapa Shenster the Poet manze.
Ngoma moto moto.
If you wanna show some love, I don't fake it. Hey, da kumenya mawazo makuu. Nani anadera shida? Oh, utani waku.
Vichekesho mkisongaza mahojiano moto moto, stori za wasanii pamoja na talanta za wasanii.
Fiki wa kasi gani kama wapatikani wakati wa shida.
Na pia kwenye kipindi utabambika, utajijenga, utaelimika, utakuza talanta yako.
My name is Rebecca Mutie, I'm a model and I'm Afri Kenya. I'm a student. Napenda kusikiza kipindi cha Bonga na Katoni kila Jumatatu kuanzia saa 9 mpaka saa 10.
Kumbuka ni kwenye Bonga na Katoni ndani ya TAS TV kuanzia saa 9 hadi saa 10 kila siku ya Jumatatu.
This is Bonga na Katoni in TAS TV. Karibuni.
What's your name?
My name is Kevin Kakum.
Kitui Francis.
From which school?
Kenya Institute of Mass Communication.
Kenya Institute of Mass Communication.
What did you learn while at TAS TV?
Improvement of my skills in graphics, such as motion graphics, video editing, photography, also communication skills.
Camera operations, video editing, and improved my skills in graphic design.
Would you recommend anyone?
Yes, nilikuwa hapa TAS, skills zangu zili improve on communication with fellow co-workers and teamwork when doing certain projects.
Yes, new skills in photography. Communication, I have built more in communications through interaction with other colleagues or people outside there.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate your attachment at TAS TV?
7.
8.
Generally, what will you say about TAS TV?
Wow, it's amazing being here.
I think it's the best place to be. Yeah.
Mtuie radhi mpenzi mtazamaji kufuatia na mitambo ilikuwa na moshkili kidogo, lakini tunamalizia pale. Kwa hivyo unaweza ukatuma arafa ya kwako kabla hatujamaliza na tutakuwa tukisoma na pia wewe mwenyewe tukaweze kukupea jibu. Tulikuwa tunazungumzia kuhusu swala la kupatana, rais kupatana na vijana. Na tukasema ya kwamba ni vizuri atafuta hata kama ni mali atawaona wao wenyewe wamuelezee shida wao wenyewe.
Yeah, tungetaka sana afanye hivyo. Lakini we have our own demands. Tunasema tupatane X. Na kama inawezekana pia ingie TikTok live tuongelee.
Yes,
because social media is our leader. Si hatuna boss mwingine. Let me tell you, if you don't have the social media,
yes,
all these things ain't going to happen.
By the way, kuna mtu hapa alikuwa ameuliza swali anasema, how do you see the role of social media in mobilizing youth for protest?
It is one of the best.
Yes.
Na bila hiyo sisi hatuwezi make. So our leader is social media. Na bila social media we don't have a leader. See, they want to know who is our leader.
Yes.
Now they know. Yes.
Waingie social media.
Waingie social media, yes.
Aya, swali lingine, kuna mtu hapa alikuwa amesema, what alternative method do you think you can use to make the voices heard besides demonstration? I think niyo tumezungumzia.
For that, one method is occupy churches.
Yes.
These offices. If you go through the offices, you don't go individual. You go as a...
Yes. Yeah. Naam. Arafa ni mingi pale zimeweza kutumwa. How can Hold Generation and the government official better support and engage with the youth movement in Kenya?
The only thing that you're supposed to do, to engage youths in the government, it is very... You know, there is no way
yes.
to engage must have engaging youths in how the government so that they can engage with us.
Yes.
Ukikuja kama ni Thika Town, garbage collection inafaa kukua ya registered certain groups. Kama kuna Thika Town,
yes.
Takataka inaokotwa.
Naam.
Kama kuna Starehe, Biafra, Ufafa, Majengo, takataka inaokotwa.
Yes.
If you go Makongeni, takataka inaokotwa.
Naam.
It's supposed to be the government's responsibility to buy those dump trucks for those groups. Then wasilipe as a tender, group ilipo pesa kulingana na venye imefanya kazi. And it should be like a petty cash. And kuandikwa watu wa kufanya follow up, because it will be so easy. For example, Kenyatta Highway, Uhuru Highway, according to the street, you know, it's Green Warriors, it's cleaning this area.
Yes.
So ukikuja usimame uone ni chafu, definitely you know. Hata kunaweza kwa signboard from here to there iandikwe. Instead of giving 1 billion project to a certain to an individual person, you should give that 1 billion project to a certain group.
Yes.
Umenishika?
No.
Now let me tell you one thing.
Yes.
If the government can do this, in Kenya, everyone will be employed. There will be no jobless people. Ukitoka hapo,
yes.
Kuna kitu kama kazi kwa vijana. Kazi kwa vijana, government iko na pesa mingi sana.
Yes.
Imagine president, deputy president,
yes.
Anapatiwa 800 million expenditure. What for? Kando na mshahara, ati ako na budget ya 800 million. Ebu imagine 800 million imepelekwa kwa project ya ma youths.
Ingewasaidia sana.
Ingewasaidia sana.
Yeah.
Deputy president's wife is given more than 500 million for his office, for her office. Did we elect her?
No.
Mama Rachel, the wife to the president, and a budget almost 1 billion. I think it's more than 1 billion. Office yake. What is that for?
Yes.
Do you know what is 1 billion? 1 billion, it is 50,000 spending it every day for almost 50 years. Unaona sasa venyewe huko?
Yes.
Nikakupatia 1 billion saa hizi, another 50 years. Hautakuwa ukifanya kazi.
Nimetulia tu.
Umetulia tu?
Nakula na lala.
Unakula unalala. Na every day uko na ruhusa kutumia 50,000. Every day. Imagine. The other thing, kama sisi majenzi tulikaa chini tukapiga hesabu. Ruto asitulipie deni. Tunaweza jilipia. How in Kenya?
Over 47 million.
Over 47, we are 52 million. Sindio?
Yes.
Imagine everyone, every day is being taxed 200. Every day, each person is being taxed 100 shillings. Kwa 252 hizo ni pesa ngapi? That is 52 million. Right?
Tunalipa deni.
Tunalipa deni.
Yeah.
Hizo 52 million times
yes.
30. Ni how much? It is 1.8 billion. 1.8 billion times 5 years. That is almost 5 point something billion. Kenya tuko na nini, not billion, trillion. Kenya tuko na deni ya pesa ngapi? Ya 4 point something trillion. Kwa hivyo tumejiokotea pesa, tunasije tukalipa.
Na zikabaki.
Yeah. So tukasema kuna kitu inakuliwa every day. Tuseme kuna kitu inakuliwa every day. Tuseme kuna kitu kama mkate. Hiyo mkate, mimi sijafanya maneno ya treasury, sijafanya maneno ya finance, but this is what I would say.
Yes.
Kuna kitu kama mkate. Mkate iongezewe bei juu na shilingi 10, specifically mkate ama sukari. Ama hata tuseme mafuta ya gari. Mafuta ya gari imeongezewa pesa. Hiyo pesa ni specifically ya kulipa nini? Deni. We pay this deni very haraka sana. Ruto is playing with our mind. Akiingia ushukani, mafuta ilikuwa pesa ngapi? It was 150 something. Wakati aliingia ni shoot 217. Akaanza kushukisha. Sasa tumefika 170 something. Bado tujafika penye tulikuwa. Lakini alishoot akaanza kupeleka chini na bado hajafika penye alichukulia. So this guy is very wise.
Na tukimalizia katika manifesto yake nilikuwa akisema ya kwamba cha msingi ameshukisha sana ni unga.
Let me tell you, did I tell you?
Kwa 200 sasa unga ni 120.
Nao mahindi iko aje? Kila mtu akona mahindi. So unajua gunia moja mahindi ni pesa ngapi?
Yes.
One bag of maize.
Yes.
It is 2,000. And like before, one bag of maize it was 5,000. Kwa nini unga isishuke? Alafu anashukisha unga na pandisha simiti.
Yeah.
Kweli ama uongo?
Kweli.
Simiti zilikuwa inatoka 650. Saizi ni 900. Hata sasa ili unga ingebaki 200. Alishukisha na kitu kama 70. Simiti akapandisha na 200 na kitu. Now you see this guy is playing with our mind. Anajua watu wanajenga each and every day. Now, if we don't do as we are doing as Gen Zs, we are still in a colonial rule of our own government.
Yes.
Yes.
Tunamalizia pale. Namuona Daniel Kindi anasema hongera kiongozi for giving your focus on the youth despite the being an elected leader. How do you propose resolving the issues between the agency and the government without resorting to the demonstration?
It is very easy for the government to hear us, for the constitution to be followed. You know, constitution inasema
yes,
we have right to impeach any leader or any elected leader
yes,
who is not doing according to the constitution.
No.
And for us to remove whoever we don't want there, it is not us. It is the constitution 2010. Mimi ndio niliandika constitution. Sisi majenzi ndio tuliandika constitution. Si yeye mwenyewe kuna kati alikuwa anafuata hiyo constitution. But now he has the power.
Yes.
Now do you know Uhuru said before he left the office? He said if you want to know the true color of a man, it is when he has power. This is not the Ruto that we used to know. And now because we can see his true colors, we don't want him anymore. Hashtag.
Okay. Feni Auma, does the Gen Z has power to outsmart President Ruto and withdraw him from the seats of presidency, or it's against the law of the constitution? I think hiyo umezungumzia.
Yeah, hiyo nimezungumzia. The other thing itamwambia yes, we have the power. Nani alituletea education? That is the biggest mistake that they did. Yes. You know, our parents, they never went to school. And even if they went to school, they don't have the education that we have.
Yes.
That is a very big mistake. Our parents were not exposed as we are. During our parents' time, there were no phones. There were no these gadgets we are using to know what is happening around the globe. Yes. That is the biggest mistake we did. We know there is ICC. Tutampeleka huko. Tutampeleka huko. Because the moment you are doing unconstitutionally, you are doing wrong thing to the International Criminal Court. And because we cannot raise our voice to get what we want from the current government, kuna watetezi wa wananchi. He was once there, Adepuka. He must be very, very careful. Because there is one thing that I'm going to tell these Gen Zs.
Yes.
Kindly, I'm asking you, I request.
Yes.
Whatever we have started, let us finish. And for it to be mission accomplished fully, when it is coming 2027,
yes,
let us be the one to decide who is going to be the president, who is going to be an MCA, who is going to be the governor, who is going to be an MP. And it's only one thing.
Yes.
I'll use this word because hakuna mali siasa zilishika kuliko Mount Kenya. Na hakuna watu wenye walitunga nyimbo zenye zilisikika Kenya mzima kuliko Mount Kenya. There is this song they sang.
Yes.
Tukaumira tene, tugokera tene. That means they woke up very early.
Yes.
This is what I'm going to tell you. Even that day, we are going to wake up very early. Not to remove the one in the power, but to elect the one who should get the power. And before we elect these people, we are supposed to have something called bargaining power. What can you do to us? And we give them terms and conditions. If you don't deliver, this is what we'll do to you. And we have to put a very good example. My wish is not to Ruto to get out of that seat.
Yes.
But the things that are happening are pushing us. Now let me tell you, my friend.
Yes.
After this, nikitafutwa munitafute. But I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. If my name is George Washiori, Dedan Kimatha's father is my far grandfather, and his name is Washiori. So the blood in me is for my grandfather. I think I'm the only youngest freedom fighter who still is alive. And I'm here to do what is necessary to make sure that every citizen has the right to raise his or her voice according to the right that he feels he deserves it.
Asante sana. Na tukimalizia, ni lipi ambalo ungependa kuambia wananchi sana sana pia Gen Z generation tukimalizia?
On behalf of other leaders of youths, whereby we need to be in a good country, and the only thing that we are supposed to do is to be very cautious. We are supposed to be very keen when you are electing these members. The other thing I'm going to tell you, youths of Mount Kenya, don't do a mistake of being tribal. When a Luo comes to Mount Kenya, if he's good enough to be a leader, let them be a leader. If a party is coming to Mount Kenya, don't follow one party. Because what is eating us right now, it is we elected all leaders in one party, UDA. Now we don't have any leader from any other party who is going to speak on our behalf. When you go to Nairobi, there is someone called Babu Wino. There is Sifuna. There is someone like Kalonzo Musyoka. There is someone like Raila Odinga. There is someone like Wamalwa. Those people, they have their own parties. They are ruling Nairobi. And that is why you can see Nairobi, when they are doing demonstration and someone is arrested, they have someone to make for follow-up. When you come to Mount Kenya, when you elect somebody from another party, that person will be your voice, because other parties is to keep the leading party in the government on check, to keep that party on toes. When you come here in Thika, especially Kiambu, there is no any other party that is keeping the UDA party on check. And that is why you see all members of parliament, they're speaking with one language, because the boss of a member of a parliament is the party leader. When that member of parliament is being chased away from the party, he's no longer an MP. But if, let me give you an example. We heard Gakuyo was vying for MP with the Jubilee Party. I'm very sure 100%. I'm not doing any campaign for anybody, but I'm giving an example. And I have no right to do campaign or to mention anybody, but I'm giving an example so that you can understand well. If we had elected Gakuyo as a member of parliament with the Jubilee Party, I'm very sure when you come to Thika, he will be the first person to raise the voice against the government, because he has the right.
No.
Now what I'm going to tell you, when all parties come here, let's elect someone individual. Hii maneno ya wave, let it end. Kama kuna Kamau amekuja na UDA, kama kuna John amekuja na Jubilee, kama kuna Wanjiko amekuja na ANC, kama kuna Odinga amekuja na Wiper, let them elect individually, but let's not have the wave of a party, because that is what is causing us to go to go through this pain. So I urge you, coming 2027, let us be cautious in individual, aspirant, individual, party. And I assure you, we are going to have the country that will lead us to the winning side. Yes.
Naam, shukrani sana kwa wale wote ambao walikuwa tune in, na kabla sijaanzia swali lingine hapa kidogo tu kwa sekunde tu kadhaa. Kesho kuna maandamano, kesho ni Thursday.
Yeah.
Bado wamesema Wakenya labda watarajie nini? Gen Z unaweza kuambia nini?
Like we never left. That is one thing that I'm going to advise you. But there is one thing that I'm going to advise you. There is no more turning back. Tulianza safari, tunaendelea, tushikane mkono and accomplish the mission of our better nation.
Naam, shukrani sana kwa wale wote ambao walikuwa wametune in. Tunasema asanteni sana, na natumai ya kwamba umeweza kusoma kitu na wewe mwenyewe umeweza kufahamu mwelekeo wa taifa ni upi na ni lipi ambalo wewe mwenyewe unastahili kufanya. La msingi mno ni kuwachagua viongozi ambao wanafaa, manake kesho yetu inategemea viongozi ambao tumewapeleka pale bungeni. Na Bwana George, tunashukuru sana kwa wewe mwenyewe kuja hapa ndani na kutufahamisha yale ambayo tunastahili kufanya, sana sana vijana, manake vijana ndio serikali ya kesho. Kwa hivyo tunasema asanteni sana. Pia wakati mwingine utaalikwa hapa ndani, manake hii si mara yako ya kwanza na mwisho, utakuwa ukikuja tena kuwafahamisha zaidi na zaidi. Kwa hivyo tunasema asante sana, na pia upeleke salamu zetu.
One more thing.
Yes.
Ningewauliza, Green Warriors 237 is a community-based organization whose main goal is to bring everyone together, especially the vibrant and vocal youths. Our main pilot project is beautifying Thika estates by planting Thika palms trees. So far, we have done several estates and we have done more than 2,000 trees. This coming July 20th, we are going to have our next project of planting trees at Landless at Riverside Estate. And I request you and I invite you all. Our handles of TikTok is Green Warriors 237 and Facebook is Green Warriors 237. You can follow us, and I ask you now to follow Green Warriors 237 TikTok na Facebook. Shukran.
Asante sana. Na mpenzi mtazamaji, kufikia hapo natamatisha kipindi cha Morning Digest. Tupatane tena wakati mwingine. Ulikuwa nami Anton Ombuyo Ogechi. Kwaheri.
What's your name?
My name is Kevin Kakum.
Kitui Francis.
From which school?
Kenya Institute of Mass Communication.
Kenya Institute of Mass Communication.
What did you learn while at TAS TV?
Improvement of my skills in graphics, such as motion graphics, video editing, photography, also communication skills.
Camera operations, video editing, and improved my skills in graphic design.
Would you recommend anyone?
Yes, nilikuwa hapa TAS, skills zangu zili improve on communication with fellow co-workers and teamwork when doing certain projects.
Yes, new skills in photography. Communication, I have built more in communications through interaction with other colleagues or people outside there.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate your attachment at TAS TV?
7.
8.
Generally, what will you say about TAS TV?
Wow, it's amazing being here.
I think it's the best place to be. Yeah.